Welcome, Commander.
Morning. Early start for Elite Dangerous today. Probably because I'm going to have to be a bit quicker than usual. Morning, Lennon. What is all this then? This is the Fortress Ford. The Fortress Ford is my fleet carrier. I finally got one. I've also spent about 10,000 arcs on just doing her up. I didn't like the standard look, so I thought, right, okay, changing that. Let's have a look. So I'm getting my head around this. Morning, Tragic Blue. Found on the road dead. There we go. My fleet carrier. So at the moment, all I'm doing is I am hauling. I am putting in as much stuff in here as possible. So it's going to be a lot of hauling today. I need to get this as full as possible to jump. Morning, and Wiley. Hope you're well. Oh, found on road dead. What? Eh? I'm confused now. I have, as you can see here, I'm filling up with as much stuff as possible. I've got enough ceramic deposits, water, polymers, liquid oxygen, fruit and veg, insulating membrane, and copper to make a start on the my asteroid base. And I'm just filling it with titanium.
Restrict speed until a carrier is far behind you.
But I'm getting my head around some of the stuff in with the carrier, and I'm a little bit confused about some of the things in it. Obviously, I've got enough upkeep to keep it going for about 10 weeks. And if I look here, you can see my balances. That was in the billions last week, and now look at... I couldn't even buy an Anaconda. So, where I am...
Shift drive charging.
Oh, hang on.
3, 2, 1,
Is in the Fleetchi system, and there's 2 refineries right next to me. So, yeah. So that's where I am. The problem I've got with my carrier, though, is that apart from when I do the transfer, I've got no idea what's on board. Yeah, I know that's... I've got everything except Pioneers. And the shipyard and the outfitting. I don't see the point of having them, because it's my fleet carrier. And it's just going to be a lot more expensive. I can't afford it either. I've already hit the issue with you can't transfer tritium from the cargo bay into the fuel tanks. That's an odd one. It's got to go via your ship. Yeah. So the idea is for this session is I'm going to fill up with everything until, I don't know, 10, and then I'm going to make a jump to my my colony system and start dumping off all the stuff we need. So I'm at the Rutherford refinery. This is actually quite a quick trip, so thankful. At the moment, I have changed everything on my T9. I've stripped out all the shields, the fighter bay, everything. So the only thing that this thing has got is basically the autopilots and cargo racks. Yes, thank you to Camper. Yeah, one fleet carrier. Fortress Ford. And yeah, getting my head around it is quite weird. Because I can actually send this thing to start jumping and still carrying on hauling for 10 minutes. Although I must admit, I don't know whether or not I should just actually dock and watch it jump and then catch up with it. I think I might do that. HMS Clackman. Oh, Clackmanan. Clackmanan. Have I got that right? Probably not. You know my ability for pronunciation. Right. So at the moment I'm just filling up with as much titanium as possible. Or titanium.
Cargo hold at
as Ben would call it. Yeah. So I bought a few more arcs so that I could just get the colour and the ATC I wanted. I was actually quite torn about the ATCs because I thought, oh, do I want one that sounds like GLaDOS or do I want one that sounds like it's happy to see me? So I got one that sounded happy to see me. Even though it's your fleet carrier, but they don't sound happy to see. And this is the problem with the autopilot. We've got something coming through. And it's an anaconda. And it's a Mahan anaconda, judging by the colour. Oh, backwards and forwards we go. There we are. So yeah, the orbits have gone about half an hour ago. It was a straight run right in front of us, and obviously because the orbits keep to real time, my fleet carrier is now the other side of the planet, which yeah. So I've got a list of all the stuff I need to get, so I'm going to fill up with about 7,000 tons of tritium, almost 8, and then the rest should be aluminium. I'm finding I'm finding out there's an awful lot more to this as well. Hello, we've got Nullhaster raiding. Hello, Nullhaster. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. I do wonder whether or not I pronounce your name right, but because I have a tendency not to do people's names right. Yeah, this is me testing out my new fleet carrier. Hello, Typhoid at Mercy. Welcome. Very nice of you to join me in this Saturday morning. You raided Null right before raiding. Oh my goodness, it's a double raid. Yes. Yeah, I am finding out a whole load of things about fleet carriers, which I wasn't expecting. So here we are. This is, for those of you who haven't seen it, this is Fortress Ford. Newly purchased this week.
This is flight control.
And this is only its second jump, so...
Permission granted. A landing pad has been assigned to you. You have been cleared for approach. Feel free to relax. Your docking computer is in control.
Hello, Admiral Sundog. And Metallica. Weekly carrier bills, yes. Well, I've put enough funds in the carrier to last 10 weeks. So as you can see, if I look here, I don't have that much money left. So yeah, hopefully I will be making a lot more money in soon, so I won't have to worry about the upkeep. I want to keep about at least a month in reserve. Would be nice if I actually put a year in reserve, so just in case I have to take a long break from the game. So I hope everybody listened to Live Radio last week, because we had Arthur on for his final time. That was a very emotional episode, to be honest. Goids pay well. Yes, they do. Unfortunately, they're not anywhere near us anymore. They've all disappeared. And as the AXI point out, as soon as you start colonizing a Goid system, they just disappear.
Landing successful. Commence shutdown. What can we do for you, Commander?
You've got about 40 billion to put into your carrier thanks to the Goid. Yeah, I didn't do as much Goid combat as I should have done. I missed out on killing a lot of the Orthrus ones, which I should have done more of, to be honest. Okay, confirm that. And away we go again. Oh yeah, I know. That was a surprise. I mean, I knew that. Especially Dr. K. Dr. K got a whole load of grief, which I thought was incredibly unfair, and it might have been one of the reasons why she left, to be honest. I hope it wasn't. I really do hope it wasn't. Yeah, I mean, although Odyssey was a bad launch, I don't think the staff deserved it. There was a whole load of circumstances. It was shoved out before it was ready for financial reasons. Yeah. Because people were that angry they were looking for any target or any way to get back at the developers. They had a go at... Sally got abuse. I know Dr. K got abuse, and Arth got a lot. And you know, any of the public devs that we knew, they got a whole load of abuse, especially if they were to do with the new Planet tech. Because I know there were a lot of people angry about the planet. I actually liked the new Planet tech, but they didn't. So yeah, I mean, Paige wasn't even working for Frontier at the time. Yeah, I think something went her way, but yeah. And this is one thing that I really get annoyed about, is when people say, "Oh, it's just everybody is passionate. People are passionate about your game." Yes, but it is a game, and you don't have to go that. It crosses the line. And yeah, I was surprised. I thought the developers had got it unfairly, because yeah, it was pretty obvious that they didn't want to put it out that early, but Frontier had to put it out, because otherwise the losses would have been unbelievable for that year, and it would have been a lot worse for them. It was a business decision overriding the, and they, you know, from what I understand from Darren, they all thought, okay, it's going to go okay. We think we've got there'll be some issues, but we've got it 99%. And then when it actually was released, yeah, it was a little bit more than 99%, and then some.
Lincoln, Charlie, Hotel, Foxtrot. Please check
And to be honest,
approach to this facility.
I don't think it was ever going to be able to make it on those consoles.
39er. Automated docking initiated.
Not on the Xbox One and the PS4, that's for sure. Simps in the live chat. Yeah, it was pretty much. Yeah, everybody who they knew. I don't think David Braben got much in the way of abuse, because I think people had, you know. But I do. Anybody who had stuck their head above the parapet seemed to have been a target at that time. I mean, to me, when Odyssey was released,
Ship is on the ground. Dispatched.
I didn't actually play a lot of the problem content. I actually put my ship. I got my exploration commander, and went, right, okay, I know that my potato PC, as it was at the time, couldn't handle conflict zones and things like that, and I definitely couldn't handle VR. So I decided, right, I'm going to take my Steam commander and send them to Colonia, stopping at every explorable planet I could, and that's been fine. That was fine for about 6 months. But yeah. I mean, they didn't deserve the abuse at all, to be honest. The devs certainly didn't. I mean, people were angry that their game wasn't working the way it wanted to, and there were a couple of. There was certainly a lot of issues around settlements which caused problems. But the thing was, the actual space game itself wasn't affected at all. The frame rate when you're flying about in space, like I am at the moment, absolutely fine. But yeah.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
I mean, I remember that, well, at the time Shan went off on one, and this is one of the reasons why things began to split, because Shan hated the Odyssey release, and it was a case where he wasn't playing the game because of Odyssey, and he was getting more and more negative about about the game because he didn't. It did that kind of stuff didn't appeal to him. So yeah, it was horrible. I mean, this is the thing, right? When you look at the review bombing that happened, I think the review bombing at the time, it was deserved. And if this game had been a one-off game with no ongoing patches or anything like that, then yeah, it would have deserved it. However, they've fixed things. You play the Odyssey side of things now. It's well, in my case, it's as smooth as butter. I'm not saying that's the same for everybody's PC, but it's vastly improved. There are some issues around flickering shadows, which I don't like, but that's nothing compared to what it was there before. And the gameplay's unaffected. The main issue that we've got now is that if you come back to the game and you're enjoying the game and you've left that negative review, I ask that you go in and change that negative review to a positive one, because you're enjoying the game now. And I reckon 90% of the people who've done that won't do it. I mean, there are still people who are angry with Hello Games over No Man's Sky, the initial launch of No Man's Sky. You only have to listen to the guard frequency to hear that. What the hell's that? He was a bit close. Mr. Ferguson. Well, I don't think it has actually. Sandra, I don't think hating in this community has become the norm. Yeah, I think the vast majority of haters left in when Odyssey came back, when Odyssey went bad, and some of them are coming back. I mean, I've seen Obsidian Ant start complaining again about the fact that the game needs new gameplay, and as far as Yamix is concerned, he's just slamming it because that he knows that's what gets him his views. Yeah. But you know, I mean, unfortunately, those are the two highest-rated YouTubers out there about Elite. Is those two? I think the Bird Pit's actually catching them up, but they get a lot of abuse for being too positive. We get abuse for being too positive. To be honest, the reason that we're positive about the game is because it's quite good at the moment. But you wait till you hear Psychic going about she's not happy with Squadrons. So you'll hear a bit of negativity about Squadrons when the next show comes round. And I must admit, and we had the same feeling about Power Play. Ironically, Power Play was fantastic for the game. For the last 6 months, we've had monthly players or daily players of over 10,000, which, you know, is fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole load of things that I'd want. I mean, as much as I really would like ship interiors. I do know that, but I get my game dev head on, or my dev head on, and I think how much effort or how much change to the back end would be needed, and they're thinking, unless these paid for ships start paying for the you know, bring in a lot of money to Frontier, we won't get something like that. I'm hoping it does, though. I'm waiting with bated breath for the financial report, which will come out the day after the next live radio.
touchdown. Commence shutdown.
Oh, I've pressed the wrong button
Welcome,
now.
Commander.
So yeah, I'm getting used to the fact that the only way I seem to be able to find out what I've put in the carrier is in this transfer screen. I don't know how to see what's on the carrier from the carrier management screen, which is really weird. Okay, Sandog, saw you later. Nicey! Hiya! Yeah, I mean,
Landing clamps
the one thing that I'm...
speed until a carrier is far behind you.
yeah, people want walking around ships, and I don't know why. Because, and this is going to be quite insidious, is that the ships in Star Citizen where you have walking around, the vast majority of them aren't that big. I mean, yes, you get the big ships, but those are really bought by people with a lot of money. So your average player is you know, there's not that much there. There's the commodity markets tab under carrier management. Yeah, let's have a look.
Speed restrictions have been lifted. Take care out there, Commander.
So this is... Yeah, there's the commodity trading, which I guess is the market. Manage market. Oh! Oh, it does list it. You know what? I was looking for that for absolutely ages and couldn't find it. Thank you for that. Oh, excellent.
Frameshift drive charging.
So like I said, this is only the sort of second time I've been using this carrier. Oh, hang on. But it also means that I can do this, doesn't it? Hang on. Navigation. Right. So, where can my carrier go? Can I put my carrier here? Carrier destination. Set it there. Excellent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this final run, and then we're going to
Lakon, Charlie, Hotel, Foxtrot.
jump.
Please submit a standard docking request before attempting to land. Request denied. Resubmit request within range of station.
Come on. What's up with you? Request docking.
Request approved. Please head directly for Bay 10.
So I've effectively got 10 minutes to get back to the fleet carrier before the landing pads close. Yeah, you buy those ships for real money in Star Citizen, but you can also trade and get the ships. The chances is that at the moment Star Citizen is working on a pay-to-win basis, but people just want the game out. So there's a lot of people who are quite willing to pay vast amounts of money just to support the game. So yeah, it's. Star Citizen, I've played a little bit. Ben's taken me through over through some of the basics. And yeah, it looks good. It's just, I don't think it's there yet. It says it's playable, but I kept on crashing all the time. Yeah. I mean, trust me, I want to play it when it comes out. It's just, I don't think it's away yet. And I really want Squadron 42. The whole reason I backed Star Citizen was for Squadron 42.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Okay. Oh, right. Well, I'll look into that in the future. Yet another princess, because right at the moment I'm just getting my head around it. This is, like I said, the second. This is only the second jump I'm going to do in this carrier. Oh, I don't have time. I'm a T9. I'm coming through. Get out of the way. Forget about auto launch. I need to get going. I haven't. Yeah. Want to afford more commodities to carry your ship, buying is much faster. Yep. But be advised, if you sell orders in your carrier and don't have docking restrictions, other commanders. Yeah, that's. I'm certainly aware of that. Oh no, I don't want that. I'll end up hundreds of light seconds away and I'll miss the jump. I just know it. No, I didn't last time. I am going to be this time because it's spectacular. I've been on a bridge on a viewing pad when someone else has done it, so you know I've been part of their crew, if you see what I mean. So I've been to that secret area. I mean, I've got to set up a whole load of things like the bartender properly. I've got to set up obviously the markets. I haven't set up anything like. Well, obviously I don't have outfitting, and I don't have a shipyard on it, because that just seemed to be too much hassle for me, and I just want this ship to do mine. So, oh look, that Commander Bewilderbeast has come online. That's good to see, Nick.
Please conclude any outstanding business with the system prior to departure. Access granted. Proceed to your allocated pad, Commander. You have been cleared for approach. Feel free to relax. Your docking computer is in control.
Oh, in 10 minutes. Ooh. Do you think I got enough time to do one more run? Oh, no, that's pushing it really, because the pads close in 5. It's good to see Nick about. Nick's one of these people who's come back to the game lately, and it's a pleasure to see him. System Authority vessel. Scan finish, be about your business. This is my fleet carrier. I'm not going to do anything here. Bewilderbeast! Spotted! You're just collecting your rewards. Oh, is that for the CG? Yeah. Look what the rewards bought me. A fleet carrier.
Landing complete.
I love the fact that I can
Solid
walk around my own
approach.
fleet carrier.
Our services are at your disposal.
Almost got rid of it then. There we go. Really? I got told it's 5 minutes.
No gravity. Magnetic contact active.
It's only when you get on foot does the true size of the T9 become apparent. It's a big, ugly, fat fellow, isn't it? It's a buff. To the left, as you must.
Lockdown begins in 5 minutes.
Ah. So here's my bar with everybody dressed in green. I don't know why everybody's dressed in green, but they all seem to be.
I think the constant shift changes have destroyed my sleep schedule.
Yeah. It's got so bad I'm considering cryosleep. But then I'd have to readapt afterwards.
Indeed.
There's the barman I haven't set up properly yet. So yeah, I like the look of that. Security Azimuth are advertising on my fleet carrier. That's just wrong.
My advice? It's always worth taking a few bounties just to keep your skills.
Walking along here, I quite like this bit. There's Vista Genomics. Hello. Don't worry, I'm not going to annoy you because I've got nothing to annoy you with. Now that's where the outfitting and the shipyard would be. I do love this just scale of it. Hashtag Aegis is just as bad. He just won the war. Eventually. And there we are, my captain's chair. Into the ready room. I mean, I can see what people complain about because they want to be able to decorate this room. You've got a fleet carrier. Yeah, I will admit, I would be willing to pay Arcs to have this room decorated the way I'd like it, with, you know, bobbleheads and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Aegis wore for all the checks. Yes. Are you in open? Can I come and land on your carrier post? Yes, you can. I think I'm in open, actually. Yeah. Oh no, I'm in solo. The carrier's going to be there because the carrier was always going to be in open, but I can certainly get there. Let's have a look. Summary, navigation, landing pad lockdown in. Oh, it is 3 minutes. Look at that. It was 5 minutes for the last one, I swear. Please head to the command deck seating area. I am. After the jump, I'll switch over to open. More than all, Commander Siberius, you'll be able to see me jump in just under 4 minutes. This is this ship's second jump. I've done a top shift on actually buying it and finding out what all the bits are, and yeah, no, it hasn't locked down yet. Look, there's one ship just making it in time. He's got 20 seconds.
Services are offline. Network access is temporarily
Yep,
unavailable.
well, I am part now of the Carrier Club. Although I must admit, oh yeah, carrier services have been temporarily suspended. That was dead on 3 minutes.
Attention, carrier is now under pre-flight lockdown. All
Ooh.
services have been suspended.
Oh, I love the way it's locked all the landing pads like that. And these special barriers have gone over them. I didn't notice that last time.
Loading pads retracted. Hangar bay secure.
Maybe Frontier don't feel that it's worth their time to give the ready room some functionality like that. I think the number of fleet carriers these days, it might be, but I mean, I'd love to put some of the bobbleheads that I've already bought on it. Whoa. Churning noises. You used to run with 12k of Tilium just in case you needed to run to Colonia back on a whim. Actually, that's interesting. I could take my carrier, take it out to where my other commander is, and give her a helping hand. I won't do that because she still needs to get to Colonia by herself, but... Right, here we go. Ooh, it's exciting. I mean, yeah. No, one of the things that I really wanted to do is get up out of the seat, walk to the turbo lift or the hangar, and then the turbo lift would take you to the exit point, and you... Oh, here we go.
Attention all personnel. Frameshift drive has been engaged. Attention. Counting down.
5. Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. I mean, when fleet carriers were originally launched, you never had this. You were just locked in your bay while the carrier launched. Jumped, rather. But what they've done there since then, this is fantastic. I love it. looks like that person's actually doing work with the iPad.
Stand by while final checks are completed.
Right.
Attention, lockdown has been lifted. All services have resumed. Thank you for waiting.
Jump complete. My bill for each week. Let's have a look. I don't think it's that bad. I've got 10 weeks in reserve. So, oh, look at that. It's budget. Yeah, my weekly upcake's 18.3 million. So, yeah, that's... I'm sure that's gone up, actually. I'm sure it was 18.1. That's why I put up... Right, okay. I don't know why that's gone up. Jumps cost 100,000. Do they? I thought jumps were free. They just had to pay the tritium. Oh, well, okay. That's... Right. Well, there's in it. I did not know that. 100,000 credits a jump. Wow. Better start earning some money then. Yeah, it's 100,000 for maintenance and paintwork. It's when you put Dave Lister outside and he's busy now repainting the Fortress Ford logo across the side. That's what we're paying for. We're paying for Dave Lister and all the chicken soup repairs, chicken soup machines to be restocked. That's what we're paying for. It would be funny if you could see a Rimmer and a Lister walk around refueling the soup machines. Well, that would be funny. Right. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to take all the steel I've got. I think it's... I can't remember how much it is. I think it's 48. There's a copper. We can certainly take all the copper. And I'm going to drop it off at my construction site. God, that's taken a while. There we go. Confirm
Cargo
that.
hold at maximum capacity.
Yeah. Does seem to be.
Plant release confirmed. Restrict speed until a carrier is far behind you.
Oh, wow. Look at that. That is a serious flare there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Engage. Critical.
does look amazing. There are times this game does take your breath away with this kind of stuff. Holberg Point. Yeah, but that means everything would have to be Battleship Grey. Battleship Grey. Well, that would drive me mad. It'd probably drive me colour blind as well. I mean, the scripts on Series 1 and 2 of Red Dwarf are superb. The set is a bit vastly improved when Crying came on board. Which reminds me, actually, I've still got to catch up the last 2 series. I watched the last special they did with the cats, but yeah. Apparently they've planned another one, another special, a 3-episode special. So I'd look forward to that. I don't know whether they'll be able to get Norman, because Norman Lovett turned up to the last ECM, and bless him, but he looked frail. He really did. And you suddenly realise he's what, almost 80? He's over 70, I definitely know that. But yeah, he did look very frail. Still funny. Right. Look at this. You're all done and clear to proceed, Commander. It's my system and it's my bloomin' fleet carrier, and you still
Docking successful.
don't trust me, eh?
Engines disengaged.
Yeah. Transfer all. Much easier. So we've managed to complete the computer components, medical diagnostics, fruit and veg, food cartridges, ceramic composites we'll put in next. So yeah, we're making, so that was a big jump. It's gone quite a lot. So I'm going to head back to the carrier, and then I'm going to put the stream. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you all away. We'll see who is who's about. Oh. We've got Fiery Toad, who's doing so. He's like that. We're talking about Red Dwarf, and his thing is it's cold outside and there's no kind of atmosphere. So yeah. Starcat is doing stuff, which is nice. I seriously didn't realise you had to pay for every jump as well. Well, that's going to be interesting. And 2020 hindsight. You know what? I will raid Starcat because she's always good for a laugh. And yeah, so thanks for sticking with us, everybody. And I will be a live radio. Well, I might be about tomorrow, and also obviously live radio on Tuesday. So talk to you all then.